sure that we're working for a coal mine. Oh, howdy, howdy, howdy. It's a different view today. We're in the back. We are checking out the back of the machine. So we're working back here today. You can see on the one camera, I'll zoom in occasionally here. What are we at? It is Monday. Let's get this stupid thing off my arm. We got our back box animation back together and back inside the machine. So this is what we're going to do for the work break today. Is we're going to start looking at the score reels and the soundboard, because it is a electromechanical from the 1970s with a soundboard. So let me get this camera over here, get a better angle. Can I do that? My camera will be on camera. I want to be able to make sure that you guys can see everything that's going on here. Yeah, we'll zoom in. So we did the back box animation. We got that back together. We're going to work up here today. I can do this. I can move cameras. There we go. We are in this bit. And I'll try not to be in the way the whole time. We got all of our cables that we undid from the back. I think they're fairly okay though. They're not damaged. Where's my light? Got lights going everywhere. There's a light behind me. I still need a light on my head. I need the light to see. Alright, so we have, this is just the soundboard, right? This is all for the sound. And I think this Jones plug, luckily it's pretty obvious. We just have orange and white, so orange and white will go here. Need more light in there? I can put more light in there. As long as I don't blind everybody. I got a pretty mega light. How bright can we get it? We can get it super bright. Yeah. Anyway, you can see. I need to see in there anyway. So this stuff is for the sound. It'd be interesting to see where this goes on the front. There's a speaker. There's one speaker near the back on the bottom of the main thing here. And then here's the other one. The other Jones plugs and another auxiliary power tap that goes to the fluorescent bulb, which is now an LED bulb back here. I'm still missing another thing to plug in. Aren't I? There's the Jones plug that's supposed to go in the back box animation. I don't think I pulled that up yet. Is everything pulled up? It's hard to see. I can't see. Oh, I also got my coils in. My replacement coils. What's this? This goes up there. It goes down there. What I'm missing. Oh, there it is. I just didn't pull it out far enough. Oh, a ton of wires going on here. Okay. This is the one that goes in the back box animation. So we'll put that back. I also have, there's some bolts that go into the side of the cabinet. Plenty of wires. I think I got replacements. Yes, I did. So the thing that holds the back box animation on are these two bolts right here. I got new ones. The ones that were in there were really bent up, which tells me that it got tweaked somehow, because they're just to hold it in place. So I got new ones, brand new shiny ones, and I dropped my wing net to go on it. It's okay. Put this guy on. Let's get it nice and secure in there for the first time in a long time. There we go. That guy goes there. This guy goes on the outside of here to there. And that's all that's holding the back box animation in. That and, well, gravity. Gravity will do it too. Alright, and we're not going to plug these things back up in here yet. But luckily they're, well, not luckily, they did it on purpose. They're pretty well designed on which way they go. I need to take this soundboard out, which will be fun to look at and interesting. So we have a step stool, so that's going to help too. Screw back here. One screw, two, three screws. Again, these screws kind of look like they have been wallowed out. Hopefully I can get them out, yes. And I may put new ones in. I put, when I put this thing back together, which you can't really see it now, the backdrop of the baseball field, I put new screws in it. These screws are pretty wallowed out. Look in there, pretty wallowed out. So I might put new screws in here as well. Once I take this out, we're going to clean the cards. I haven't been able to hear it with it on, so I don't know. These capacitors, I'd love to change them out. Each one of these cards have capacitors, and I know they've got to be original. So it'd be nice to have brand new capacitors in there. But if it works, I can't imagine, well, they could have dried out over time. Oh, do I have to get a stubby? I think I have to get my stubby. Special stubby tool. Brought to you by Stubby. And I might leave the sound out. I'll put it on top of the back box when we're done with it. Just so that I have, oh my gosh. Just so I have some space to work on the score reels. Let's get back in here. Get there. These don't need all these screws in here. It just needs to stay down. It doesn't need to have 1,000 screws in it. I might have to go get a mirror so I can see what I'm doing. My mirror. If I can reach it. Yeah, let me get a mirror so I can see what's going on. Ugh. Fun times. Got my schematics laid out. I haven't even looked at them yet, but they're there. Nice. Thank you. Now I can see. Oh, it's at this weird angle. Well, that'll keep me from unscrewing it, won't it? When in doubt, get a mirror. And are we going to put all of these screws back in? Maybe not. It's not doing anything. They're not doing anything other than holding this down. I do have to clean this. There's one. Now the middle screw. They're at these weird angles. How did they get them in at these weird angles? Did they put the soundboard in before they slid this thing in and glued it down? Oh, that's tight. It's turning though, so, you know, yay for that. Doubt these have ever been removed. There's another little thing to show you here in a second when I get this third one out. Technically the sixth one, I guess, right? Even though third one on the back out. I don't know the history very well of all electronics, obviously, but it's really interesting to me that this thing even exists in a machine this old. I guess maybe the other ones were using the same kind of deal, but come on, what is this? Deal with this. We got strip screws, we got weird angles. Come on, bruh. Why is my... There we go. There we go. Gotta keep some pressure on it. There it comes. Yeah, we are not putting all these screws back in. Unnecessary. Come on. A little bit more. Okay, that's all 6 of these. Let's get the screwdriver and the mirror out of the way. So the soundboard, each card does a different sound, and then there's the amplifier. So this is supposed to be the crowd noise, the siren, and an explosion sound, and then the amplifier. But it's got 2 dials on it. There's only 1 speaker though, so I'm guessing maybe you mix them. And then each one of these have a dial, I would guess, for volume. But let's just take this board out here for a second. And look at this. Look at how long a cord they put on this thing. I don't know why, but they did. Flip it over. Very simple. What does that say? URL simulator systems. Oh, we'll go that way. Looks like a very obviously simple thing. So we have our card goes here. Slides in, we got cards on the top. Okay, so the contacts are here on the bottom. There are no contacts on the top of this PCB. I guess you can call it a PCB. There is one capacitor there. And then each of the cards. So, first thing is, let's set this guy up here for a second. I'm going to clean its space. Cleaning the space. Where are the paper towels? Do I run out of paper towels? Do I need to get more paper towels? Nope, they're hidden. Let's try to get some of the dust off with the cabinet here. Yes, I am just using spray away. Let's get that out of the way. There's 6 screws. Alright, that's going to be cleaning that. Where's trash can? Over here. Alright. I'm going to assume that these cards were put back in the right place. That they're in the right place. But what I'm going to do is take them out, clean them, clean the edges. There's a transformer over here. Probably gives us our 5 volts or whatever, 12 volts. Well, 5 and 12, probably, because there's 12 volts. I don't know how this thing works. Let's take the card out. Again, it's only one side is printed. Nothing on this side. But I need to clean these. I like to get the dust off of here. I probably wanted. What is that? That's my Duraglass glue. Let's just use air. I would rinse it off, but nah. I also need, while I'm back here, sorry, I'm going to grab an eraser. There we go. Oh. There we are. Just going to back of that looks right. I guess it is. We'll look at the other ones. I think I'll turn this back to the midpoint. I don't know if it has a specific place it's supposed to be. I need to probably look that up. The back of it looks kind of funky. I hope it works, because if not, I might have to get one of these, a new one of these pots. But to clean these contacts right here on the back, just use a regular eraser. And just erase any kind of stuff on there. I also have some deoxit somewhere. Can do that. Eraser. Maybe I should just mark these and then take them all out, and then I can take the bottom card out. So this should be GM123. Oh, do they actually say it? Oh, cool. Never mind. So on the side here, it's got a little guide, and I guess they do say it on the back of the board. So GM123. I don't have to. That compressed air is making a bunch of noise. I guarantee they only fit in one spot too. What does this say? January 27th, 1972. GM 108. Siren noise. Again, just going to use this, and then I'll get the deoxit. Erase off my circuit board. And last one, not the last one, second to last one. January 18th, 1972. I didn't exist back then. Again, Clean it off. See, like these capacitors, I like to change them out, but I don't know yet. All the backs of these pots here look the same. There's a little arrow on the front. I'm trying to see if I can line it up to the center. Because if they do deal with volume, I like them all to be the same when I start out. Okay, so that's all three of those, and then amplifier. Come on. Come on, come out. There we go. This obviously has got some big old capacitors on there. These are the ones that I really like to change out, if possible. They don't have any other listing in the book about the sound. Mechanically, it seems to work. Just going to put them at center. We'll see what happens when we turn it back on. All right, so we got all of these out. This is obviously 10A, so I don't have to worry about labeling them. They are labeled. Now, give me this. How are these screwed on? They have these little hex bolts on the bottom. I don't think I should bother with it. I think I should just get in there and just try to dust it off. I mean, we're not turning it on today, so shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully, before the end of the week, we'll be turning it on. Careful of this little capacitor. Just getting the main dust off. Spray a little bit of deoxit in the card slots. Okay. Yeah, not much to it. I mean, in the early 70s, what could they do? I can do a little bit with my deoxit. If I can, I don't know how much I have left, but I know I got some. Normally you wouldn't use this on any contacts. Don't use this on any contacts on a pinball machine, on the regular switches. But, seeing as how we're dealing with sound, voltage has got to be pretty low. I'm going to spray it in here. That'll definitely dry out way before I ever think of turning this thing on. So, first one, I did sand these off, right? point contacts. Put it all back together. We'll set it on top of the back box for now. GM108 is the second one, goes over here. Come on. Wait, is that as far as it goes? Maybe it is. GM110 is this one. Not too tight. Hoping that over time that didn't screw something up. Alright, here's our cards. And our extremely long cord for some unknown reason. They just tucked the cord underneath, so I'll set it over here so we can kind of see it in the camera. Alright, let's set it up there. Okay, now back to stuff we know about pretty well. Alright. What we have in here, we have an inning adjustment. Shadows. Yeah. Alright, so there's an inning adjustment, 1, 2, and 3 innings. I don't know, we might change that to 3. I guess that gives you more play time. And over here is the high score adjustments. So we have red plugs and red, blue, yellow, and green plugs. So, does this thing give you replays? Maybe? Probably. I don't know. Let's see. Storage area on this side. So those aren't being used right now. And we have on this side 1, 2. So none of the yellow ones are in the sockets to be used, but we have a blue one and a red one. No green ones are being used right now. All those sitting over there. High score adjustment. We'll have to figure out what all those mean. What's the dealio with those jams? All right. So essentially we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 score reels and the replay and this stepper, which the labels come off of, which means I'm going to have to mark it in there. Where's the book? And then I can find which stepper this is. This is a stepper. It's exactly like what we had down there. So I'm going to have to take this one off. These are out of the way for now. But I'm going to have to mark it too because it's not marked. It's got 3 contact points. I think that's the only one that has 3 contact points. Yeah, that has 2. Nope, nope. So those are the ones on the play field. And then this one. Inning. Is that it? Inning unit disc. It looks like this. I really like how Williams actually labels where everything is, where it goes. Control motor disc, extra inning unit. Yeah. This is the only one that has 3 arms on it, so that's what it is. It's that inning disc. So the Gottlieb score reels had a little pin to pull out. Williams ones don't have a little pin to pull out. Ooh, that's too much movement. They have a little pin down here that you're supposed to push in or pull away. I think this way. And then you can pull it out like that. So it doesn't give you a lot of room. I got stickers coming off. Dang it. Hate that. And this is a much smaller score reel than OXO has. But it shouldn't be too bad to clean. Clean the contacts, clean the wipers. Yeah, and these little pins, they just lock into place up here. That's what you use to get it out of place. They're not a cotter pin like the Gottlieb's. Alright, so this is be the biggest problem that I'm going to have is that they're so close. The wiring is so small. I can't take it out or anything, but we're doing a full cleanup, a full restoration. So we got to take the coil off and clean and put a new coil sleeve. All the whole bit. The score reels should have a mark. I know in the thing it tells you to mark on them where zero is, but they still have a little notch on where to go. Even though it's smaller, it still looks exactly like the insides look like the OXO. It's just a small one. So we're trying to clean that out. We'll see what we can do with this. We're going to need some more. Oh, I got to get some more alcohol. We're running low. Running low. All right. The one thing I don't want to do right now is start here. I want to start on this end and work my way down. So I'm going to put him back in. Remember, there's little grooves that they slide in. There's a notch here at the top. I don't know if you can see the notch. There's a little notch that hooks in at the top. And then you tilt it back down. And then that little pin should catch it. There, that. And then pull your little pin. And it locks into place. Like that. Yeah. Easy to come out, but, you know. Stickers coming off. They don't say anything anyway. That's all worn off. But we'll start with this one. Might as well start at the beginning. It's a very good place to start. Okay, come on. There we go. I don't like that. Weird. Okay. So let me just kind of examine what it looks like here. How the coil comes off. There's 2 screws on the back. Right? This one says whatever unit. So we're not taking it, we're just going to take the wheel off. We're going to take the coil off. And we'll go from there. Kind of hard to see. I'm going to try to get you closer to see what's going on. There we go. Alright, just in case, I may need to actually mark it. This was the other difference too. On the center of the Gottlieb wheels, you don't take this E-clip off. I know you do here. E-clip off, then so we're set to 0 right now, and I'm going to hopefully prove that you can get to 0 or stay on 0. Undoing the screws. Come on. What are we locked on? What's happening? There we go. Pop that off. So we got this. Yeah, there is a little notch on the bottom. I could zoom in on this camera. Little notch on the bottom to keep you in the guide of where that goes on there. So, like I thought, we don't have to worry about it too much. When we put all this stuff back together, I remember some of my score reels on OXO were missing these little clips. These ones you gotta be very careful not to lose these ones because they're tiny. And ratchet them. They don't look that dirty though. I mean, compared to everything else in this machine. Oh yeah, but you get down in here, we'll see when we get down in here, that definitely can use some polishing. Oh man, I have to remember, where's my camera? Been so long since I've done this. Need to make sure I do it right. Okay. We have springs. Which one's first? That one. One spring. Two springs. The spring looks actually pretty good though, not rusty. It's got whatever coating on there. Remember, so this is nylon to metal, so we're not going to put any kind of lubricant on there. We're going to make sure that we just make it clean. Nylon to metal. If it was metal to metal, we would put a little bit of the dry lube. Being very careful with these little E-clips. On the OXO, I have a supply of these little E-clip things, but they weren't quite the right size, so I had to make them the right size. So yeah, we gotta get in there. That's some dirt going on. I don't know if I can get my light over where you can see and all that stuff. Alright. So this stuff, we have groups. Let's move that out of the way. So the slider has a little notch to allow it to be lifted up past the plunger if you put it in the right way. There you go. And then on the bottom camera, we'll go in this camera. This is your little wipers that go on there. Be careful that they don't get bent out of shape, and then we're going to clean those contacts on there too. And then we'll take this guy out. He's got to make sure we got to put this guy back in between the switch stack. It goes in between the switch stack to move up and down. And then I can slide my plunger out, I think. Yes, yes. Which is pretty dirty. I can see it in the coil sleeve that it's dirty. And what else? I don't need to take this off, I don't think. I did on the OXO, but this is very white, very, just got to get in here and clean it so it doesn't have anything to rub up against the thing. Alright. So these guys stay here. That goes there. Make sure I got to clean the score reel too. Bunch of little pieces going on here. And just this part here, that's where it all touches. And zoom in on here if I can. So yeah, we're going to polish this out with the mothers. I want to do it. I might have to take it off to do that. So you got to take this one screw out. Just so that I can get it nice and clean and bright and shiny. And this coil, which is only attached with 2 screws on the back. If I can get up. Oh, is there a nut? No, there's no nut. Maybe it's just Loctite. It's locked tight. Oh, this is not a good screwdriver for this. Back this one up just a bit so you can see what's going on here. Let me get and see if I can move this light. It may go a little bit dark here for a second. I'm wrapped up in pinball machines. I want the light to be able to see what I'm doing, because that's kind of the important part of the light, right? There we go. There. Now we got wires everywhere and all sorts of stuff. This one's stubby. Better work. Yes. Stubby. So we're taking the coil off. Oops, careful. Also got to cut new coil sleeves. Come on. Very careful that you don't break something because you're trying to get these stupid screws out. Alright, flipping them over. This should pop out and give me my coil. Or it should give me the coil. Yep. Oh, I got wires. You know what? Oh, no, it came off. There we go. That came off. Now I can slide the coil off. Should be able to. We're getting blocked by the screw stack. The screws on the screw stack is blocking my coil from sliding off. What the crap is that about? Where is the flatheads? Where are the flatheads? So now I gotta loosen up the screw stack. At least this one, because this screw is in the way. Dude, what are you caught on? Seriously. Come on, dude. There is nothing there. Okay. Maybe it just wants me to take the coil stop off. No, we've already discussed that one doesn't work. We've got to use stubby. That's going to take the switches off. This is what I never did in the Mayfair. Never got this into it in the Mayfair. There we go. Now, definitely got to come off now. There we go. Get the coil stop off. Pretty dirty there. All right, now that we've got it into 1,000 pieces. Ooh. I'm way up here. Hello, camera. You can see me and the stars. Let's bring it over this way. If I can. There we go. Alright. So, coil stop, clean that guy, change out coil sleeve right here, which means I need to get a new one prepped, since I'm going to need 5 of those. And luckily we got a whole bag of them. Alright, new coil sleeve, old coil sleeve. We got our pipe cutter and our spare plunger. Line them up. Sharpie. So I want to go a little bit above the Sharpie there. My plunger in here. And then my pipe cutter. Carefully. All right. Get it in the way that I feel comfortable turning it. Come on. Cutting plastic now, guys. Getting that plastic cut through. Hey, I heard it. I heard it. One more to get the last little bit. There we go. Da-da-da. Now we got a replacement. Brush off these burrs. I have a piece of. There we go. Brand new one. Goes in the back of here. That coil stop. We have our alcohol and our paper towels and some Q-tips. Coil stop. That off. Dirt coming off here. Watch. Let me see this plunger though. I bet the plunger is pretty freaking dirty. Coil stop is not. There's not a lot of dirt coming on the back side of it, but yep, getting some dirt. If there's dirt, it's gotta go away. No dirt for you. There we go. Clean that boy. Yeah, boy. Get yourself cleaned up. You're going to be spinning around telling everybody how many single points they have for the next 20 years. That's your entire lot in life, is to just tell people what score they have. Congratulations. All right, so these little contacts on here, just a little. Don't want to put pressure and tweak them. This is another thing too. When we go to put this back on, we need to make sure, because watch these angles, that these don't fold back in on themselves, that they stay in the right spot. Now we're going to take this off, and I'll show you how much brighter this disc can get. One screw to rule them all. You can just stay on there. All right, so slide this guy off. Yes, I don't need to take that piece off. There we go. Not a lot of room. Gotta be careful. All right, so we're just going to clean off all this contact here. Zoom in on that. So we're going to clean all this off. And how are we going to do that? Why, with Mothers. Mothers. It's the polish that cleans all your score reels. All right. Get a little bit of polish on my paper towel. Hold it in place. Try not to mess up your wires. Then we just go around. So I don't have to go around I don't have to go all the way up here because there's no contacts there. I just need to go around the ring where the contacts are. Be careful you don't. The worst thing you can do is break this Bakelite, because then you're screwed. Okay. Get some of that. But now we're a little bit shinier. Get some light on that thing. Get some light on that bad boy. Yeah. Yeah. This is how you clean it. just going to do a little bit more because I don't like, there's a couple little dark spots on there still. Go around here a little bit more. Polish this off. Polish, 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 polish. If it doesn't look like a brand new penny, you haven't shined it enough. You need to look like a penny. Shiny. So this stuff is kind of dulled out. That's your little older pennies. Pennies that you wouldn't suck on. These are pennies that you would suck on if you're into sucking on pennies. And look at all the dirt come off of there. Look at that. There you go. Look at all that dirt. All that dirt's going to keep your scores from operating right. There we go. Shiny like a penny. Happy, go lucky, shiny time. Get off my fingers. Breathe in that great mother's air. Oh yes, I love the smell of mag and aluminum polish in the late afternoon. It smells like clean score reels. Alright, the other parts, we're just plastic pieces. I can probably back this guy up a little bit so we can see a little bit more. Plastic pieces, Q-tips and alcohol. I got Q-tips and alcohol. Parts of these are rubbing. Well, like, look, we barely even did anything. It looks white, doesn't it? It looks white, but look at all that. All that builds up and screws with your switches over time, screws with the mechanism. Will it fit? Ooh, it fits. We're just dunking it now. And then you want to make sure that before we put this back on, we got to get these guys really nice and clean. Remember, no lubrication in this part. This part is just dry. Metal to metal is okay. That's just coming off of, right here, that's just coming off the post. That's going to mess up your score reel because it's not going to be able to go as fast as it needs to. And then your coils are going to get all burned up because it's trying to hold some coil somewhere because it's waiting. And chaos ensues, basically. That's what happens. If you don't have all of it right, chaos ensues. There's nothing like a clean score reel except a clean relay. How about we not spill like all this alcohol everywhere? Because that's a party foul. We don't want to do that. Alright, this post just has the springs on it, but I don't care. It needs to get wiped off too. Oops. Dropped a plastic piece. It's okay, I saw where it went. Now, those are on there, so now I can put this, oh wait, no. While that's off, I'm going to get this piece that I didn't take apart. Because plastic rubs up against itself right there. There we go. Now, put this guy back on. Smells good here. Smells like we were making progress. Oh, get underneath the switches. Don't bend your switches. Alright, fit into place. Come on now. Sucker. There we go. Right back in place. Stay there for a second. I know it's coming loose. I gotta get the screw. There's the screw right where we left it, on the end of the screwdriver. There. Get this guy back on. There, like that. Pa-da, pa-da, pa-da. Now, I didn't clean the inside of this thing yet. I need to, though. Now I think we put our coil stop back on. This guy. Got that in there. Right before I do that, just a second here, let me get some alcohol on the inside of this coil sleeve. I know it's brand new, but okay, just in case there's some oils. What was that? Oh, I know what that is. Freaking governor. Alright. Now we put this guy back on. Didn't want to come off before. Slide this back behind there. Right? It's just like this. Or was it? Yes, it was right there. So then, from here, we gotta put the screws back in. These don't need Loctite. Yeah. I was thinking about it, but like, no, these don't need Loctite. They just need to be lined up. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. What you got going on there? Why don't you want to go into your hole? You know your hole. It's where you live. Huh, it's as if it wants to be just lined up just right for some reason. Come on, just... This is the problem when the wires don't give you enough slack. Trying to get it to slide. Come on, dude, just slide up in place. Now, screw, go in the hole. Probably gonna have to do the rest of these guys tomorrow. So I feel like we're getting to the end of the time here. There we go. That's one. This is... Come on. Go in there. I didn't get the wrong one, did I? They're the right. Yeah, they're all the same size. They're all the same size. What's your problem? Just go in the hole. There. There we go. That's... Coil is back in place. Alright. Now, plunger. Again, I want to make sure you're nice and clean. These only go one direction too. They just have to slide in the right way. Because they're obviously yeah, you can't change that shape. I think it goes this way. Nope, it goes up this way. I was wrong. Come on. There we go. Under there. That's what I wanted. There. Locks in under there like that. Let me get this piece that fell on the floor. Then also have this one. I gotta get a little bit of alcohol on the inside. Cleaning. Make sure, obviously, the most important part with this piece is that it goes in between the right forks. Should be pretty obvious, because you want it to open and close the way it wants to open and close. Not gonna go there. There's only one way it can go. Right like that. Okay. And then we put this piece back in, which I have not cleaned out yet. Trying to get it cleaned off. And remember, it has this little groove in it. That's to make you get space so you can go past the plunger. Be careful of those. Come on. Come on, dude. Cool. But they don't bend the wrong way. What did I do? I think I did it right. Oh, it's upside down. Dum-de-derp-de tiddly-ta. This thing's supposed to be the other way around. Idiot. Yeah, idiot. There, now it's the right direction. This is why we take pictures. Come on, dude. There. And then should go down. There we go. Right like that. We're getting good solid contact. Alright. Need to get our clips back on. We also gotta get this guy back on here too. The right way. There we go. So we got the tiny little clips on there. Tiny little clip on here. There we go. Oh. Dummy. You know what you forgot? To do it right. I didn't get too far. It's okay. Forgot to put this piece back on. It's okay. We didn't screw it up. Too bad. There we go. Slide up under there. Just get up under there, dude. didn't screw up too bad. Yeah, sure, I forgot to put one little piece back on. Stubby, come here, Stubby. I just heard that. Thank you. All right, well, let's get this piece back on. It just fell into the play area. Let's just hope when we get this on that we can see it. All right, there's that guy. Dummy. Oh my goodness. It fell in here somewhere. Yep. I'll find it. It's going to be one of these where it's not where I expect it to be. Oh my gosh. This is what happens. You wouldn't find freaking drop screws. Don't drop your screws. I was not expecting it to roll out the front, but it did. It's going to be one of these situations where it's just like, well, I can't do anything until I find that screw. And we got to put it back together. All right, well, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to... We know we're just putting it back together right now, so that's all we're doing there. But we'll find the other screw before we fire anything up. So let me just finish this off as we can. And then we'll get the other screw off camera, so you guys sit there and wait for that. I gotta go back to work here anyway. There we go. We don't need to find no stinking screws while we're on camera. Springs are getting caught on something. What are you getting caught on? Come on. They don't give you a lot of space to make sure that you've got it right. All right, so that's there, that's there. This goes on last. Springs. This big one goes here. That. And this little one come on, goes like that. Get on there. Goes there. To you dropped it. Can't believe you dropped it. There, back on there like that. Both in the hole, both where they belong. So the function should still happen. Not really locked in place because I don't have the score wheel on, but at least it's functioning. All right, score reel. Don't put any chemicals on your score reels because yeah, you'll just get all the paint will go away. Remember we have a little notch, So there's a notch right here, the notch is right there. So basically I just gotta line this up. Come on. Trying to get, there we go, get in there. There we go, just like that. And now this screwdriver, yeah, that screwdriver is too big. Screwdriver is too big. And then, promise we'll move a lot faster later, because obviously we will have the experience in our mind on how to do this. Right? There we go. I can feel it smoother. Action is going like it should. 9, 0. These are moving at 9 and 0, which is what it should be. Not saying they can't be readjusted, but they are moving correctly. So that's one. That is a score reel. We'll get the other ones, the other 4 tomorrow. These 3, these 4, and then we'll work on that. Hopefully by Thursday, Friday, whatever, I plan to turn it on. So, but that is the time that I have for today for work break pinball repair. We'll get back at it tomorrow after I get off work, which would be 6 o'clock-ish Mountain Standard Time. We'll hook everything back up. We'll get the sound back in, soundboard. Getting there. It's almost done. A little bit more to do. But that's it for today. We took that apart. We'll do the rest later. I got to find that screw. I'm not going to do it on the camera. I'll find the screw, put it back in. I'll learn my lesson of making sure to cover up the playfield. But thank you guys. Thanks for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow night, if possible. Take care, guys.